Alright, well, I'm back at it again. I started thinking about the layout and I just couldn't do it the way it was. So I took the coal mine yard off. There's pieces of it all over the place over here. The coal mine is gone. And I lost a lot of real estate by having that track only this high off the ground. It was like 2 inches sandwiching this bottom track, and I just couldn't deal with it no more. I was running trains through here and all this track was dirty, and right in here the train came through and all of a sudden it just stopped, then it reversed direction and the engines all fell on the floor. I only lost one coupler though, and now I got more room. So now I made these pieces here, and I'm going to raise the track up this high. So that track all the way around. Where you see this, that'll be coming through here, but it'll be raised up all the way to there. And this whole upper level is going to be a train in itself, and it's going to go all the way through here, all the way around, and then that piece over here is going to be rounded off, and it's going to look really cool. And then that piece right there will still be up here, but it'll be up here, and then there'll still be a mountain, so that mountain's going to come up almost to the light. And when you come down here, you'll see that, and then you'll see this bottom part. And when you look down here, you're going to see that, and then there's going to be an opening there. So you're going to see this will all be closed in, and then all these buildings, all these nice little houses, my little bungalows and stuff, all my little bungalow houses and all my buildings and stuff are all going to be right in this spot. So this is going to be a nice little village in here, and this will all be covered up. And then over in this section right here, that's all going to be a really cool farm with a big huge barn and a nice farmhouse and chicken coop and stuff. So that section will be a farmland, and then back in here is going to be a really cool little town where there'll be a church and about 4 or 5 houses, and I might even throw in another factory right behind it to throw stuff in. And then I'm not sure how this is all going to come together, but I'm thinking that this track here now is supposed to come underneath here, and this was it was a grade. And it came up, came all the way up, and then came up to here and went around this sharp corner and came around here and had a switch in here. Took it out. I said I don't need it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to zigzag it just a little bit behind this piece right here. I'm going to zigzag it out to about right here. Run it all the way down. And I got the pieces for it, and run it all the way down, and I'm going to add a switch right here. And then what that's going to do is it's going to allow me to have, if you come back over here, this track here is underneath here, there's a reverse loop. I don't know if you're going to see it much, but it's under there. The track's under there. See them go that way? That's a reverse loop. And then the tracks are underneath there. If you look, there's the lower level, and if you look underneath there, there's trains underneath there. You can see like a husky stack set. So that train over there is going to come out, and then I'll be able to have trains run around and then go through here and have a big reverse loop. Now this becomes a big reverse loop, and I'll have long trains reverse themselves. Then it's going to come through here, and underneath here it comes through and hits a switch. There's a switch underneath there that I put, and I did that for, I'm glad, a reason. Underneath there is a switch, and then the train will be able to come straight out here, and then I'm going to take those boards and I'm going to extend it, the layout out this far. So now the layout gets extended up here 2 more feet, and then all of this moves all out here, And it's going to be that same height over there. And then right about in this area, I'm going to have in the boards, I'm going to make a elevator with a linear actuator, and it's going to raise up and down 10 inches to move 3 sets of track, 4 feet long, up and down to 10 inches. So I'll load those 3 tracks up with trains, and then lift them up with the actuator set up on a set of drawer slides. So there'll be drawer slides holding this thing together, and then when you push the actuator with a remote control, it'll go all the way up, hit a switch, stop, and then you bring your trains in. So now this track, this set of tracks right here, will be over here, and they'll be up this high. And then there'll be another set of tracks that are going to branch off, 2 of them. They're going to branch off and then go right onto the actuator elevator. And then you pick up your trains, and then you take them to the coal mine, and then all these other buildings that I'm going to have. So then what happens with the rest of the room? A lot of this track is going to be moved over too. So everything you see here, everything you see from here over, is all going to slide all that way. This ramp, this grade is all gone. I'm getting rid of it because I won't need the grade to go from here anymore down to the 2nd level, because I have the I'll have the elevator do all the work for me. And that elevator is going to be so cool. I looked online, $150 for the whole setup, except for the drawer slides. Those drawer slides will probably cost me $20, and then a little bit of wood, maybe another $20. For $200, I'll get away with it, and it'll look really cool. You can't even buy enough helix with track, wood, and then the time to put the helix in, you're looking at $450. No, I don't want to do that. Helixes don't work. I don't think they work as well as something like that will. And then plus, you run a train through a helix, and you got to wait. You don't know, the train could be lost in there, derailed. Who knows where it is? And then if something does happen, you got to go digging the train cars out. This way here, you're operating the elevator, and it looks really cool. You wait, I'll show you. In about a month or 2, it'll be in. And then all of this space here is going to open up. So this all moves 2 feet over. And 2 feet is a lot. So that's going to give me all this room in here. This all opens up, moves over, and then it's going to open up all this inside stuff here. That whole line there moves all over. And then what I'm going to do is, since I'll have all this room, then my turntable and roundhouse goes in. And then that becomes my engine facility, my maintenance shops, and everything is going to be in there. And then I'm going to take out the water. Water's going. Yep. I'm taking out all of this water, all these bridges. I'm going to sell them on eBay or use them somewhere else. I'm taking them all out. I'm going to get rid of that. And then I'm going to recover this whole area with a nice piece of plywood and drop it down. And then those tracks there might even move. I might cut them out and move them all the way over to this side. And then the train will come through here. The train will come through underneath over here, way over here, and then everything else will branch off of that. So instead of losing all the trains, because you see them hid underneath there, this will all open up. And the trains will come out of a tunnel, and then you'll have your turntable and roundhouse in here, and then I'll move the turntable out that way a little bit more and fill that whole area in. It'll look really cool. But I won't lose none of this because it's all going to come this way. So yeah, it's going to look really cool. There could be some changes to it too. And plus this whole track is all unlevel and everything, so it's just not right. And then I'll be able to use all this track. I'll just be able to tear it up. The most I'll lose is a little bit of cork. I might lose some cork and some wood. Who cares? That's not a big loss. I think there's going to be a huge gain. Huge gain compared to what it is now. I know it sounds like a lot to bite. I have to chew off, but oh, plus these bridges were here. This bridge was here. That's gone. Don't need it. Look at now, you can see. Now when you want to run your trains, now you're going to see the trains right here. It's all going to flow. Yeah, that track will be up here, but when you're sitting or when you're standing, you're still going to see through there. And you're going to see through over here too, because those things right there are what's going to hold this up. So there'll be one over here, and then I'm going to work one in over here, and I'm going to work one in over here. They're going to just be lined up all through here in sections where I know it'll hold that up. And then you'll still be able to see through the layout and be able to watch trains on the inside from any area, plus be able to run up on top. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun to run then. And so then I'll be able to sit here, and then I'm going to put, like in this section now, this will be closed off, and I can put a piece of wood in here, and I can put a building right in here, and then I can have a train come in here and drop stuff off at this building, come through here, come through this switch here, come through here, and have another building sitting right here. And then have this, you know, built up. And then this train here you won't even see, and you build this up and you can put different buildings in here. So now you're going to see different buildings from different angles, and you're going to wonder, wow, where'd that train come from? And what is it? Oh, is it going back behind that other building? That looks really cool. Oh, but there's a really cool track back there. What is that? And then you're going to want to see it. And then you get on the chair, and you go crawl underneath there and ride the chair and go inside, and you can start running the turntable and roundhouse, and that's going to be all digital. 90 tracks in there. I have tons of engines. You know, I got a bunch of engines I'm going to be running, so it's going to look really cool. I can't wait. I'm getting really excited to do this. I'm thinking that there's going to be some more industries back in here, because I'll be able to fill this all in. And then I can fill this in with some more houses and buildings, and this is all going to be slid over, so I'm going to gain a whole lot of room in here. I've got like 6 or 7 industries that I have to put on this layout. You know, I've got 3 of them upstairs right now. I have to figure out where they're all going to go. And then if I expand and get more buildings, you know, this is all coming out. I'm going to cut this all off. This is all coming out. And then I'm going to take this track here, and then I'm going to finish this off and make this a really nice interchange here. And it's really cool how this track mimics itself from this side to the other side. It's exactly the same, or close. It's not exact, but it's really close. Everything does the same thing here as it does over there. And I've been losing all this space. Look at all this nice real estate in here for buildings and houses and stuff. Look at us. There's just tons of space here. When this is all done, this all can be filled in. And you can put buildings in here and houses, and then there's going to be a huge mountain here with the bridge. I got the bridge half made upstairs, and this is going to be a really cool bridge, and there's going to be a mountain that's going to come up here and go all the way over and probably drop down into here, and then there's still going to be buildings and industries behind it. It's going to be really cool. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to put this on YouTube, and then maybe later on I'll run some trains, but this whole lower level is still operational. I didn't rip none of it up yet. It's all operational. Tomorrow I'm taking out this grade. That grade's coming up, and then I'm going to start working on getting this set up. And then work on the grade that's there. I got to figure out how I'm going to deal with the pipe. I'm going to have to put a spacer in there, 4-inch spacer. There's my turntable piece. That's the hole. The turntable fits right in there. This was going to be for that lower ramp. That's going to go to the lower ramp down there, but I'm going to change it and bring it down this way. Bring it around so it's a nice smooth turn transition. And then anywhere there's a cut in the track, I'm going to be able to take these tracks out and then take and put a nice piece of flex in there so that gap's not there, because I'm not worrying about the trains coming apart. I have this thing set up in sections, and I'm not worrying about that no more. Every place that there's a section that comes apart, like right there, see the spline? That's what I'm going to do to everything, and then I'm going to take all the crap track out that's splined together. It's just not working right. Everything's splitting, and there's too many gaps, and it's just not right. So I got to fill that all in. I got to fill in a lot of track. Like this section right here, there's a small section here, small sections here, small sections here. So I'll take this out, all this track out, and then I'll bring this all in a nice smooth flex track and transition that and make that all nice. And here's the track. It's all in my grades. And this is another piece. I'll use all of that. And then to fill in here, I have track to fill that all in. So, yeah, okay. I gotta get this on YouTube. I'm at 15. It says 15 feet. It doesn't show minutes. It shows I used 15 feet 45 inches. Whatever that means, I don't know. Alright, I'm gonna go put it online right now. So if you guys got any comments, questions, but just think of seeing that, all that track. That's like 10 feet all up at that level. I can't wait to see the trains. Now I'll be able to sit here and operate my trains and watch my really big steamers come by, and you'll see them come right by at your face instead of way down here. And then the other one, when it goes by, look, you'll be able to see it. And now it's at the second level. The only one you won't see now is this one. You won't see that train. It's gone. It'll be filled in. But you gotta have some trains gone. Alright, gotta go.